Hey, world's greatest Lance player here to do my analysis of the new Lance video for Monster Hunter Wilds, so let's get into this. Straight off the bat, they're correct. Lance is not appropriate for children, so let's go. Amazing Lance design, amazing armor design. This is the Bahara monster. Or that's what people think it is anyway. There's so much detail in this design, look at it. I love that these unfurl as they unsheathe the weapon. Really neat shield design as well. That's new. So we've got a power guard stance, which we've had for a while, but coming out of that, the hunter seems to move forward into an uppercut, whereas before they'd stay stationary and do it. Hopefully you can direct that, because otherwise you could easily miss some of the monsters. Such a great design. Okay, so yes, Lance is all about standing your ground. That's what's cool about it. With these videos, they show functionally what the weapon does, but not why it's cool necessarily. One thing I'm noting, I'm wondering if this actual armor set has any guard on it. Let's go back. Fundamentally with Lance, you're not looking to dodge attacks, you're looking to tank them. You're looking to guard them and counter them. And in doing so, you stay close to the monster and you can keep up your offense. So he gets knocked back quite heavily there. So maybe they don't have a lot of the guard skill on, but whatever. That, just there. You see the hunter with his shield does this sort of motion. Somebody said that they think that that's the insta-block stance, which I would love. I would absolutely love that. Insta-block was a move introduced in Rise and Sunbreak that let you negate a load of the downsides of normally blocking an attack, and you also get a much stronger offensive move afterwards, but you have to time it right. So maybe that's built in now, but we'll see. It's here, there. I'm not sure if it is. I'm not sure if that's just him, the animation of them getting the shield ready, because I could have sworn the insta-block move animation was more of raising up, like you're brushing off an attack. We'll see. That doesn't look like much, does it? But that is absolutely huge. So normally those little side steps are used in Lance to make sure you're hitting the right bit of the monster that you want. But you don't normally do a poke attack whilst doing it. So it looks like they've combined the sideways movement into also keeping up the offense whilst doing so. I noticed there was something similar with Sword and Shield. But if you're not a Lance main, that might not come across, but that is really big. And I wonder if it's any coincidence that they're showing off with a water Lance, because elemental attacks tend to work better when you have lots of hitting rapidly. Maybe. We'll see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, that's a 6-hitter combo. So, does the final hit always be that boom, boom, boom now, rather than necessarily a stronger third hit? It's going to be really interesting to play it, because it's going to, I bet this is going to feel so different. Okay, what was that? It's like he sort of sweeps the shield across. Yeah. This also looks like he's doing the counter using the shield. Yeah, playback speed. Playback speed, 0.5. That really does show off as epic, doesn't it? So here There's also a slight moment where the hunter was glowing blue there. What's also really interesting here is you can see this splash from the elemental damage, and that seems to be coming out of the shield, which is normally on most weapons you only get elemental damage from the actual sharp part of the weapon. All right, let's keep going. Power block. And then, yeah, follows it up with that sort of movement forwards. Remains to be seen whether that's always going to be helpful or not. Because sometimes it is better just to be able to hold your ground. And in World and Rise, you could direct that power block in a different direction. So hopefully you can do the same here, and you're not just forced to go forward. Okay. Again, I'm seeing some glowing there. Let's go to... Then we'll go back over to... Oh, that's all pretty normal. It looks like you can... They're sort of showing you can block and go into a lance charge, and then this backward swing is quite normal as well. Okay, so what's going on here? Jumps in with the shield. Yeah, definitely doing elemental damage with the shield. And then jumping in with... So, call your attention to something there for a second. So there's that little like shine there for a second. I wonder, so when you go into a guard stance, or a counter stance, if the monster hits you early in that, you do a weaker counter, which is fine, you're still blocked. But if they hit you later on, you tend to do a stronger counter, and I wonder if that little signifies that you're going to do a stronger counter. Again, you're doing it with the shield, by the looks of things. I know that was with the actual lance itself. Okay, and that's a fun little thing. What was that? Yeah, kind of looks like this is kind of the equivalent of the sword, the great sword, holding out the monster. So it looks a little wacky because that his mouth is clearly not being covered the whole way. Could probably easily get around that whole shield, but never mind. Okay. Look forward to playing it because it looks like there's lots of little movement upgrades and it looks like you're using the shield a lot more. I wonder if KOing will become even more of a part of the Lancer's toolset. In Rise and Sunbreak, you had some options to be able to use the shield to bash a lot more and get some KOs, but it was a little cumbersome, and maybe this is a bit more integrated into it. That'd be really cool. As expected, it's following more the World style of sort of fundamental gameplay, but with a perhaps even more movement focus in it. Overall, I would say that they've not included much of the flashy stuff, but they've included lots of flow state changes so that you're constantly doing damage. So I think the Lance is going to feel really different in Wild. Wilds. So interesting. We will see what happens. I will see you on the other side when this releases. Take care, guys.